There comes a time in your life where you inevitably have to take a leap. So, I had a client a few years back, and she wanted to leave her corporate job with a really good salary to start her own fashion business. But people around her didn't support her. There was a lot of fears around like making the wrong decision or what if I fail? And now I've kind of tossed this whole life I built to the side for a dream. And the question I asked her, because it's so important, like you don't want to make these choices from fear, but a lot of times it's actually the fear that holds us back. So my question to her was to think about like when you are at the ocean or the lake and like are you the person who likes to dip their toes in, take a few steps at a time, kind of settle there, get normalized to the temperature, and then take a few more steps and like ease your way into this? Or are you the person who just like jumps straight in? Why this was so helpful for her is because this is essentially the same thing just on a bigger scale, right? She could continue staying in her old life even though it wasn't satisfying her and she was feeling anxious and stressed out and really constricted there. She could stay there and, for an hour each night, try to build what she really wanted. And that's like walking slowly and dipping your toes in, right? She's still making progress, but she's moving at a pace that feels safe to her. Or she could say, you know what, I know this is what I want. I want to have all my time and energy towards this. I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to jump fully in. Again, there is no right way to do this. But what is so important is the fact that no matter what, she actually did jump fully in, by the way, and she had killer success. And a year later, she sold her patents. Her business was making millions. Like, it was actually an absolutely unreal manifestation. I was like, girl, this is insane. It's proof of alignment with your soul's calling. But she could have absolutely done it the other way too and still had success. The important thing is to notice what works best for you, and are you holding back and playing it safe out of fear instead of taking a temporarily fearful leap to move forwards? Because on the other end of the spectrum, I have some friends who have told me about their big lofty dreams like 5 or 6 years ago, and they're still living the same exact life because they've let the fear keep them from making any progress towards what they actually want. So the real question is, are you going to take one step at a time, or are you going to jump right in?